This is a poem to my future lover called I Will Mean Everything. I remember a long past lover once whispered in my ears, "No one will ever love you like I do." I remember thinking about how romantic that was until it turned into, "No one will ever understand you like I do." And finally into, "People might not love you because you are transgender." Somewhat true, my body has always been a threat hung above me as I navigated a world of restricted breathing, under ace bandages, hiding the results of my first puberty, slipping through the cracks of the binary in a society that, in the most unromantic and uncomfortable ways, will never understand me as a double X chromosome man. And so here was my lover, teaching me that even through the eyes of "I love you" and "you are perfect," that my body would always be a danger to me, to my boxed-in society, and would ultimately impair my ability to be loved by another. 6 years and many lovers later, I awake completely alone, my arms wrapped around air in a space where I used to count freckles and stars. I used to slide shadows down the collarbone of a potential wife with these calloused fingertips, until I chose to be alone after years of relationships, years of long distance, love, and building homes. I chose to be alone to learn to love myself because I was not able to love the most extraordinary person I had ever held. And even as this potential soulmate and I parted, I never, ever told her that no one would love her like I did, because someday someone will, and I will be happy regardless if I'm in the second row at her wedding. Now it has been months since I've held anyone, and I'm learning how to move my body through a world of physical representations without a co-pilot. Currently I'm doing just fine, but I've got small hands and little feet and a strange way of talking and an odd way of walking, and I can't really sing well, but I do anyway, and I can't really dance well, but I'm dancing in downtown bus stations at 6 in the morning, because why not? Now I sleep naked, and by naked I currently mean stripped down to my boxer shorts, and by naked I mean that might not be your definition, but everything's subjective, and by naked I mean here are some things I have not told. By naked I mean I have slept in beds with attractive human beings and curled myself into a ball of mumbles and ignorance, only to stretch my heart just enough to give them a soft kiss on the lips and an "oops, sorry, I'm asleep now." I guess we could pretend like that would have been really fun, as if we're in middle school and we aren't qualified explorers of uncharted bodies of water yet. I am not afraid of questions by any means, but I have no answers. And darling, I am just too tired to explain my body to you. Anyway, I am sleeping without being held, and by sleep I mean I haven't slept in days, and by sleep I mean maybe my body simply knows that there's so much beauty in this world to see than to keep these eyes closed. And by sleep I mean sometimes I'm so lucky to catch a handful of hours where I dream of Ferris wheels and lights and oceans, because I have ebbed and flowed with these tides since my grandparents carried me on ships before I even had these eyes. And so I woke up today and saw all I'd ever seen, opposing fractals, kaleidoscope mountain boy in front of me, smile wrinkled at 23, a recycled man in a repurposed body. I have kept these veins in case I need to tie this vessel up on shore. I have kept this skin for when I'm reading through comments on my transition, ranging from me being a dehumanized, unlovable creation to being the next object of obtainment. It is so strange that when others see me naked now, I am only asked about what I looked like before, as if I had an outer layer scrubbed off and what is missing is more interesting. It is as if folks think I went into the doctor one day for one life-changing, physically altering surgery and came out a brand new painting, a radical transformation from female to male, from child to man, but in truth I've been changing slowly since 14, just like everyone else I've seen. I feel that I have spent most of my life proving my body and identity to someone other than myself, and everyone that has seen my evidence has either questioned my crimes or joined the jury. I want to be honest in that I have relied on a lover's embrace in order to feel good in this skin, only to have strangers shatter it open with their curiosity again. And so I'm calling this cycle to an end. My friends, that is where I'm from, and this is where I am. I wake up today and see my body as a complete ocean. I feel whole and solid, and for a human being, I pass pretty well as alive. I am learning to love my body in this lonely time of my life, as I realize that my body is not a choice. Our bodies are not choices. These complex cells arrange themselves, and so instead of taking inventory of your physicality, I want to hear your thoughts and dreams and stories. I am half proud and half ashamed of where my body has been, but instead of placing blame on my own reflection, I am counting my choices and sorting through my regrets, blessed to find that I don't have a single one yet. And finally, to my future lover that I have yet to meet, This is where I've been, and this is where I am, and this is what I want to tell you when we lay in fields, on mountains, in rivers, and under the stars. I have been loving my body and yours since the day I realized how silly it is that we judge so much on something that one has little to no control over. Now I love your choices, I love where you've been, I love where you are going. I love how you have forgiven. I love the way you have hurt and ached and taken thousands of steps since you said you couldn't even move. I love the way you've composed the sound of your name and the way you've changed the sound of mine. I love your choices and the way you change every single day. Your synapses reacting to your soul. I love your ribs and I thank them every day for keeping your little lungs and your big heart safe, because I love the way you can beat up against me so softly and so gently. I love your body because of what you can do within it and what you have done with it, and for the simple fact that it brought you to right here and right now. I love that you'll always be writing more stories. I love stories. I love your story. So let me take a moment to thank my past lovers and past bullies for reducing my body into a pulp that I then pressed into handmade paper, whereon I will one day write to you, my future lover, to tell you that I can't wait for you to come home. And when we finally embrace, when we look right through each other, I will tell you that you are beautiful. I will mean everything.